The forecast models are showing a significant pattern change. Arctic air, multiple snowstorm threats, temperatures that could drop below zero across a wide area. Let us look at what the data tells us. I've been examining the latest model runs from the European Center and the GFS. Both show cold, both show snow opportunities, but they disagree on timing and location for some of these systems. That disagreement matters when you're trying to prepare. Right now, conditions across the eastern United States are relatively quiet. A cold front moved through overnight. Temperatures dropped. Wind picked up. But this is just the beginning of what is shaping up to be an extended period of winter weather. The European model shows the first system arriving around Thursday, January 15th. This one affects the Ohio Valley, parts of the mid-Atlantic inland areas, and the Northeast. It is a broad area of low pressure, not intensely concentrated in one spot. That means snowfall spreads across a wide region rather than hammering one specific area. The National Weather Service data shows this system producing light to moderate snow for most locations. Some areas could see heavier accumulations, particularly closer to the Massachusetts coast, where the low pressure intensifies before moving offshore. We're re-looking at a multi-day event. Snow Thursday, continues into Friday, then the low pulls away. After that system clears, we don't get much of a break. Another disturbance develops offshore around Sunday the 18th. This is where the models start to diverge significantly. The European model keeps this one mostly offshore. The jet stream configuration runs more horizontal, east to west flow rather than south to north. When you have that pattern, moisture tends to stay over the ocean. Coastal areas might see some snow. Interior sections stay dry. The GFS model tells a different story. It shows a more vertical jet stream pattern. That allows the low pressure to track closer to the coast. If this solution verifies, you are looking at snowfall from the Carolinas all the way to Maine. Significant accumulations along the entire eastern seaboard. This would be a major coastal storm. Which model is right? Too early to say with confidence. We are still 6 to 7 days out. That's beyond the reliable forecast range for storm placement. But it's worth watching. The GFS has been consistent with this solution for several runs. The European model wavers, shows it one run, backs off the next. Around Tuesday the 20th, another system enters the picture. Both models show southern stream moisture moving across the deep south. These types of setups often produce lighter snowfall events across the southern states. Quick movers. An inch or two in places that don't see snow often. Then it's gone. Following that, around Thursday the 22nd, the models indicate a stronger system. This one has northern stream energy combined with southern stream moisture. That combination usually means a more significant winter storm. The European model shows heavy snow for the Northeast following this system. Now let us talk about the temperature pattern, because the cold is arguably more notable than the snow. The polar vortex is forecast to split. When this happens, extremely cold air gets displaced southward from the Arctic. The models show this occurring in stages. First shot of Arctic air arrives around the 14th and 15th. Temperatures drop well below normal across the eastern seaboard. Not record-breaking, but noticeably cold. This coincides with that first snow system I mentioned. Then around the 20th, another push of even colder air. The models show departures of 25 degrees or more below normal for mid to late January. That's significant. We're talking about temperatures in the teens and 20s during the day for much of the eastern United States. Overnight lows near zero or below for the Ohio Valley, parts of the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. But the most extreme cold shows up at the very end of the model run, around the 24th and 25th of January. The European model depicts historic cold, sub-zero temperatures for a vast area, the upper Midwest seeing -20 to -40 degrees. The Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, northern mid-Atlantic, and Northeast all below zero. Many areas at -10 to -20. Now, I need to be clear about this. We're looking at 15 days out. Long-range temperature forecasts have uncertainty. The trend is reliable. The polar vortex split is happening. Arctic air is coming. But the exact magnitude of that final cold shot, that could change. It might be colder. It might be less extreme. We'll know more as we get closer. What does this mean practically? If you are in the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, or Northeast, prepare for an active pattern. Multiple opportunities for snow over the next 2 weeks. Not every system will affect every location, but you should be ready. Check your snow removal equipment now. Make sure shovels are accessible. If you use a snowblower, test it. Fresh gas, oil checked, belts in good condition. Don't wait until the morning of the first snow to discover your equipment doesn't work. Stock up on ice melt or sand, not at the last minute when everyone else is at the store. Do it this week while supplies are available. For heating, ensure you have backup options. If you rely on electricity and lose power during extreme cold, you need an alternative. Fireplace, space heater with proper ventilation, extra blankets. This cold will stress heating systems. Older furnaces might struggle. Check on elderly neighbors and family members. Extreme cold is dangerous for vulnerable populations. Make sure they have adequate heat, sufficient food, medications, a way to contact help if needed. If you read driving during snow events, reduce speed, increase following distance. Bridges and overpasses freeze first. Black ice is invisible. Many people forget this between winter seasons. Don't assume four-wheel drive makes you immune to ice. For those in areas expecting significant snow accumulation, don't wait until the snow stops to start clearing. If you get 6 to 8 inches, clear it in stages. Shovel 3 inches, take a break, shovel the next 3 inches. This reduces strain on your back and heart. Heart attacks during snow shoveling are more common than people realize, especially in older adults. Regarding the extreme cold forecasted for late January, frostbite can occur in minutes when temperatures drop below zero with any wind. Exposed skin is at risk. Fingers, toes, nose, ears, multiple thin layers work better than one thick coat. Trap air between layers for insulation. Pipes are vulnerable in extreme cold. Let faucets drip slightly if you have pipes in exterior walls or unheated areas. Moving water is less likely to freeze. Open cabinet doors under sinks to allow warm air circulation. If you're in the deep south and not accustomed to winter weather, pay attention to that southern stream moisture I mentioned around the 20th. Even an inch of snow causes problems if you don't have infrastructure to handle it. Stay off roads if possible. Southerners, no offense intended, but your region doesn't have the plows and salt supplies northern states maintain. What's routine in Buffalo becomes chaos in Atlanta. One more point about model uncertainty. I showed you 2 different solutions for that January 18th system. European keeps it offshore, GFS brings it inland. Don't make critical decisions based on a single model run this far out. Wait for consistency. 3 or 4 runs showing the same solution increases confidence. 1 run showing a massive snowstorm means watch it, not panic about it. The National Weather Service will issue winter storm watches when confidence increases within 72 hours of an event. Winter storm warnings follow when conditions are imminent within 36 hours. Those are your signals to finalize preparations. I'll continue monitoring these systems daily. The pattern is definitely turning more active. The Arctic air is real. The snow opportunities are real. But exact locations and amounts for individual storms will become clearer as we move through the week. Some of you have been through worse. The blizzard of '96, the polar vortex events of 2014 and 2019. You know what serious winter weather looks like. This has the potential to rank among those events, particularly for cold. The snow will be more scattered, multiple smaller systems rather than one giant bomb. Stay informed. Don't rely solely on social media for weather information. Check the National Weather Service website for your area. They provide detailed forecasts updated multiple times per day. Local offices often include specific information about your county that national forecasts miss. This is going to be an interesting couple of weeks for weather across the eastern half of the country. Active, cold, snow potential for many areas. Not every location will see big snow, but almost everyone east of the Mississippi will feel the cold. Prepare now while you have time. Once these systems start rolling through, you'll be glad.